Here are your solutions for yesterday's homework. There's number 1, 2, 3. You know what, you can probably see 4, 7, and 10. 5, 8, and 11. And there's 6, 9, and 12. And there's 13 and 16. 14 and 17. And there's number 15 and number 18. And actually, here's the work for number 16. Just so you can see how it was done. All right, and then number 29, that was your answer. And there's the answer for 31. The actual for 31, the actual time was 41.95, and it was won by the Bahamas. All right, so now to today's notes. All right, so today we're doing properties of logarithms. You're going to be using this to actually solve log problems. These first properties that we get, we're going to be using them when we go on to expanding and condensing logs, which you're going to have to be able to do. All right. So we have 3 properties. First, we have the product property. Product property simply says this: if you have the log base b of uv, you can split that up. Okay, so if it's multiplication, you can change it to log base b of u plus log base b of v. So multiplications, you can change into 2 separate logs with addition. All right, quotient property. If we have the log base b of u divided by v, we can change this, make it into log base b of u minus log base b of v. All right, and then we have our power property. Power property says if you have the log base b of u to the nth power, you can just move this nth power to the front and make it n times the log base b of u. All right, so we're going to use a couple of these properties just so you can see how they're actually used. We're given that the log base 5 of 3 is equal to 0.683, and we're given that the log base 5 of 7 is 1.209, and these are correct. All right, approximately. All right, they are approximations. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to use our properties, and we're only going to use those 2 things that we're given, and we're actually going to come up with answers for these things. All right, so we have log base 5 of 3 divided by 7. All right, so we have a log base 5 of 3, we have a log base 5 of 7, so we can split this up, and we would change it, since it's division, we would change it to subtraction. So we're going to make this the log base 5 of 3 minus the log base 5 of 7. All right. And the log base 5 of 3 is 0.683 minus the log base 5 of 7, which is 1.209. All right, and I'll just throw that in the calculator real quick. We have 0.683 minus 1.209. All right, and that gives us negative 0.526. All right, the next one, log base 5 of 21. All right, so we got to change 21 into a 3 and a 7. Well, that's pretty easy. 3 times 7 is 21. So we would make this log base 5 of 3 times 7. So it's a multiplication problem, so we're going to change it to that addition. So log base 3, or base 5 of 3 plus log base 5 of 7. So log base 5 of 3 is 0.683 plus 1.209, And now we just have to add those together. So clear that out. And 0.683 plus 1.209 and enter. And I get 1.892. Alright. And then C. C, we have a choice. We can do C with this. We can make this into log base 5 of 7 times 7. Or we can make it into log base 5 of 7 squared. Alright. So we already saw a multiplication one. You can do it either way. You get the same answer. So I'm going to do it with this one. Again, we would move this exponent to the front. So we make it 2 times the log base 5 of 7. Which gives us 2 times the log base 5 of 7 is 1.209. And then we just got to multiply that. And we get 2.418 as our answer. And we would have got the same thing if we would have done it that way. All right, so you have 3 U tries. Go ahead and try to do those. If you want, I'll give you the answers. You can come back and check them. I'm not going to do them right now. All right, but I'll give you the answers for them if you want the answers to check them. All right, so moving on in our notes. Next thing we come to, this is going to be your favorite thing in the world. This is called the change of base formula, because what this change of base formula does, it allows you to put any of our log functions into the calculator and get an answer for them. So what the change of base formula says is if you have log base C of u, you can make it into log base b of u divided by log base b of c. Now this b, we can make it be anything. All right, we can use anything. So we can make that be a 10, and that would just give us our log, but we have the calculator. So it would look like this. The log base c of u is log u divided by log c, and we can put those in the calculator and get an answer. Or we can do log base e, which would give us our ln. So we could make it ln of u divided by ln of c. So what this change of base formula does, again, it allows us to put any of these log things into the calculator. All right, because before the only ones we could put in the calculator were if it would have said log 20, we could put that in the calculator and get an answer. Or if it said ln of 6.8, we could put that in the calculator and we could get answers for those. But we could only do the ones that were log or ln. All right, but our change of base formula allows us to do a log like log base 3 of 7. All right, so if I'm using the change of base formula for this, log base 3 of 7, if I'm going to use the common log, that's just the log, I would make it log 7 divided by log 3. All right, and if I was using the natural log, I would take this log base 3 of 7 and I would make it the natural log of 7 divided by the natural log of 3. All right, and you'll see it doesn't matter which way we do this, we get the exact same answer, which is the answer of log base 3 of 7. All right, so I'm going to show you how to put this in the calculator real quick. What you're going to do is this. Let me clear that out. All right, is you're going to put in, if I'm using the log ones, it's going to look like this. Log 7. Now I have to end the parenthesis for that. And then I do divide it by, and then log 3. And I don't have to end that parenthesis there, but I will. And then I hit enter. And there's my answer for that. Okay? Now, I'm going to do the same thing using natural log. So I'm going to do ln 7, end it, divide it by ln 3, end it, and there it is, and I get the same exact answer. So it doesn't matter which one you use, you'll still get 1.77124, whatever. All right, so either way you do it, and that's what the change of base formula does, is it allows you to use any of those to be able to put them in the calculator and get an answer for it. All right, So now you have a couple more. Try these. All right, 3 more, so you can try those. All right, and then what I want you to do for today, all right, for homework, is all I want you to do is this worksheet, this 8.5 worksheet. All you have to do for 1 through 4 is rewrite them. Just rewrite them. You don't have to put them in the calculator. Now, for 5 through 12, you're rewriting them and putting them in the calculator and getting answers for these. All right, for these, just rewrite them using the base, change the base formula, and I don't care if you use log or natural log. All right, these I want you to rewrite them, and then I want you to give the answer for what they're equal to, and that's it.